Welcome to Sports Desk. We are celebrating this morning. We are having a Barty party.
The Barty party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big congratulations to Ashley Barty, who won the first French Open. No, won the French Open.
Won the first French Open.
Yeah, the first ever French Open. How good for her. The first woman since Margret Court in 1973 to win the French Open.
I know. Crazy.
Yeah,
Good on her, though.
Yeah.
Because I think early on we could kind of see that she was, looking to win it.
Well, she was the only seeded player in the Final Four.
And it got to the semi-final and there she was playing a 17-year-old again. So she played two 17-year-olds, one in the semi-final, one in the final. I think it got to the quarter-final. The tennis expert on Friday, Taylor, she was giving us a high-pitched analysis the week before leading up to it, and then she said that she wouldn't be surprised if she saw Ash in the final. And I was like, okay, fair enough.
I don't follow the Open all that closely, but was this expected? Like, was Barty a favourite?
She's fifth seed. Well, she's now second. But
Yeah.
She wasn't the favourite.
She was backed in 16-1 to win it. So
Okay.
outside favourite.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gotta love an underdog.
Well, I mean, like Serena Williams and number one seed Naomi Osaka all got knocked out in the quarters, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, they all got knocked out.
So
pretty early.
I mean, like it was kind of hers to lose, because if you're the only seeded player in the Final Four and you lose, it's kind of showing like, dude, you don't deserve to be that high of a seed and lose to an unseeded. You know what I mean? So look, it's an interesting, way to. I don't know. Like it's one of those things that when you've got everyone knocked out of the semi quarterfinals, everyone's knocked out. You're the only seeded player. What else are you supposed to do?
It's yours to
Exactly.
lose.
And Liam, you found this win particularly interesting because Barty took some time off playing tennis.
Yes. I'll just quickly say something else. Before that, before we get to her WBBL career, I was going through the 2010s in tennis, and let's not get too excited about Ash Barty. I'm sorry to say, people.
Why not?
Uh-oh.
Because I've got here in the decade, 9 players have gone on to only win it once.
Once is still exciting.
6 have gone on to win it twice.
Yep.
One's gone on to win it 3 times, and then Serena Williams won it 11 times this decade. Just a lazy 11. Expect better from her.
Well, I'm really impressed with this. I don't think she needs to go on and win another
Well,
one.
I just feel like she has to go win another one. She's 23. She's still young.
Got time.
She's got what?
Well, have a little faith.
She's got 23 more to go to catch up with Margret Court. So
I think if she wins another one, I mean it's a.
we all said that about Sam Stosur, and look what happened to her.
Correct. No, that's what I'm comparing her to. So, like, if she wins another one, well, then, amazing. Because we haven't had many Australians, especially females, who have done that. Like, we had Leighton Hewitt back
Oh, like 2003, yeah.
2003, 2004, when he was number one seed, and he was a freak.
Kyrgios could easily win one if he pulls his head together.
Kyrgios could do something
Oh
if he's
my God.
if you saw an anger management expert, because seriously,
He has all the talent in the world and just doesn't use it at all. It's very
like
disappointing.
I always say, you can lead a cow to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to the men. The men's pretty simple. You got 1 player to win it once, 2 players to win it twice, and then Federer's won it 5 times,
Yep.
Nadal 12, and Djokovic 14.
I think I think it was Nadal's tournament to lose. I mean, he got Novak Djokovic, didn't he, in the final?
No, he got someone else.
That's
I
right.
can't remember his name.
He got Dominic Thiem.
Yes.
That's right, because he got knocked out, and
And
I don't
made
think it
easy
was
work
much of a
Yeah.
fight for him. It was. Look, I do admit I must. I loved the semi-final with Federer, because who doesn't love a Federer Nadal semi or final?
Still
It's
always a classic.
it's a classic, and it'll never get old. Let's be real. When they're in the 60s playing a classic match at the Australian Open, that'll be like the best thing to watch.
But yeah, back to what you said before. Yes, Ash Barty in 2013, she stepped away and played WBBL for the Brisbane Heat, and I think she went on to be part of the winning team in the WBBL for that year. So
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
first person to ever win a Big Bash and an Open. So like
Yeah, good on her.
So let's get it down to AFLW, and I think her and Emma Phillips will do great next year.
Mate, you never know. I mean, it's
Hell, get Emma Phillips to play tennis. I don't know if you've seen Emma Phillips. She will win every game and not lose a point.
yeah.
She is an absolute freaking nature.
She's a goat. I think with women in sport, it's more versatile, because they can play as many sports as they want. We saw Elise Perry, the cricketer. She's made what? She made a 200. She made a double ton.
In style.
She's taken 5 wicket hauls for the Australian national team, and she's played for the Matildas. Like, what else do you want? Like, that's so good.
Didn't Miranda Kerr play?
Miranda Kerr, Miranda Kerr, the actor. She's great. Sam Kerr, which is Daniel Kerr, who played for the Wiggles' sister.
Yeah, Sam Kerr.
I'm not going to let you forget that one.
Daniel Kerr. No, Miranda Kerr.
I got her name wrong as well last week as well.
That's great.
Sam Kerr. She played cricket, I'm pretty sure.
Did she?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she played cricket as well.
I've only known her from playing football.
Yeah.
Because she's the go-to football.
I said that last week.
She's number 1 ranked.
I said that last week. The best Australian soccer player at the moment, soccer.
World.
We'll just let you know that
football.
soccer.
It's football.
Is Sam Kerr.
100%. I mean, I was at the game at Amy Park where she scored that screamer from outside the box, and that is probably the greatest goal apart from Riley McGree's scorpion kick that I've seen.
She is a superstar. Unfortunately, we'll get to that a bit later. She didn't help the Aussies over the line against Italy.
Well, she did score the penalty.
She did score the penalty.
That's all she did, though.
There was no diving involved as far as I'm concerned, which is a positive.
But that celebration from, what's her name?
Too soon. Her name's irrelevant. Irrelevant.
Yeah, just
it's irrelevant.
It still brings back painful memories from 2006, sitting on my couch as a 7-year-old. So before we were talking about
the Barty party,
but now we're going to talk about the AFL and the big freeze at the G, which was held on Monday. And
between Collingwood and a team that meant to resemble Melbourne.
Correct. Now look, they did smash the D's, which was very interesting.
Should have won by more, but yeah.
You know what? Funnily enough, on Monday, Monty was here. Monty can vouch for me. I said that Collingwood was going to win by 42 points. They won by 41. And then last week, I said Essendon's going to win by 41 points. They won by 36. No, sorry, I said they were going to win by 36. They won by 41.
I was at the G last week and I said Collingwood's going to win by 40 points and Freo won by 4. So what do I know?
Stats. Now I got a question for you.
Oh, I love questions.
Should the big freeze be a whole round instead of just the day?
Well, I'm definitely not stealing this idea of a mate who asked me this question on Facebook earlier this week. Definitely not stealing his idea at all.
No, of course not. Of course not. Hashtag content. We love hashtag content.
Yes, I do. I think it shouldn't be a bye round this round.
Yep.
And the whole round should be a big freeze with with the ending on Monday.
Is it always a bye round?
Recently, yeah, it's been during the bye round.
That's not great.
No,
because you do want a whole round where everyone's playing football. It's a celebration kind of thing, and that you're raising money. I don't think it should be like a round, like a big freeze round, but they should raise money all
in terms
around
of
the whole.
Tickets, like ticket sales, or no, the beanies should all instead of having 4 teams had to buy or 6 teams had to buy.
I think it was 6
have that
teams.
Extra 3 games.
Yep.
And one of them. So you got St Kilda playing Gold Coast this week, which will have 2 people there.
Yeah, literally.
But you have Freo Port, which is a big game for both clubs.
Yeah, there were 6 teams.
That would have probably 30,000 at Optus. And then you got Essendon Hawthorn, and that would have probably, 60,000? So imagine how much money you'll make from the beanies. Exactly.
So, I mean, we had Power, we had St Kilda, the Doggies, Essendon, your Dockers, and the Hawks all having a bye. I mean, like, if you wanted to have a bye round, but you wanted to raise money, I would have swapped out Gold Coast with maybe the Bulldogs, West Coast with Essendon, Sydney with Hawthorn.
West Coast. They've got 80,000 members and you want to swap out West Coast.
But they were playing away.
Still brings a good crowd, West Coast do.
What do you reckon do you know the crowd number that was in Sydney?
I think there was 35,000, wasn't it?
Okay. So what you'd say, 5 of those, maybe 4,000 would have been West Coast?
I think that not having a game in Perth was probably a dumb idea.
Yeah. So, like, if it was going to be like a freeze round,
you'd have a game
you'd have like all the big clubs having a home game or having a blockbuster. Just say maybe bringing the Essendon and Hawthorn a week earlier and making, because when you think about it and you want to bring a lot of money into it, you want to have those blockbuster games. Maybe they have a blockbuster round.
I was about to say that, have the derbies and the showdown and whatever the key clash is.
Everything in the big freeze round.
Yep, and have Carlton, Collingwood.
Yeah. That's
Essendon versus Asada, all those classic games.
Oh, mate. Oh, I've just been shot. That still hurts. Just like Italy versus Australia, 2006.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
It hurts.
What about you, Chelsea? Do you think it should be around?
I think there was enough attention.
Yeah,
so no more donating. Okay, cool.
I think there was enough. The AFL did fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, like, I did like seeing Brendan Favola go down to Steven Seagal. That was great.
I personally prefer not seeing any Brendan Favola, but that's my personal preference.
I also did feel like the actual big freeze, the slide thing, was a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah?
Nick Rivas, Freddie Mercury was underwhelming.
That was iconic.
That's a great moment.
That was
True.
iconic.
Just like the actual slide was quite small. They're in the ice. They're done.
Make it bigger.
Yeah, make him go from like the
Yeah.
fourth thing all the way
Yeah, all the way down.
From the top of the stadium. More theatrics I would have liked. That's what I would have liked.
Yeah. I mean, like, I liked how they all dressed up. And, you know, there was a bit of character there.
Yeah. It's always fun to see the different sides of our
I think the
athletes.
coaches was better last year. Nothing beats Fagan pulling a hammy.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. That was kind of funny.
Good. I think next year as well they should have all the captains go down. Apart from the two that are playing.
I'm thinking mascots.
Mascots. Probably suffocate though in that.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, it's the big freeze, so they're gonna freeze. No, I mean, like, who knows what it could be? The kit men go down.
The kit men.
The kit men, the unsung heroes of every football club. The kit men all go down.
The water boys.
The water boys.
I think we should just push Gil McLaughlin down.
Yeah, just like the big freeze and just
I'm gonna chime in here. I'd love to see the CEOs go down, like get Eddie Maguire.
Yeah.
Or Jeff
Eddie
Kennedy.
Maguire's gone
That'd
down.
be
That'd
great.
be funny.
Yeah.
Eddie Maguire's already gone down.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, the rest of them.
Has he
then?
gone?
Yeah, he's gone down.
Since when?
I don't know.
He went down a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, true.
Eddie Maguire's a showman. He knows
Yeah,
what
he's
he's doing.
Either way, I'd love to see Jeff Kennedy do it. I think it'd be very interesting.
Just get Scott Morrison to
I
go
was
down.
about to say, get ScoMo.
Yeah, get ScoMo to go down.
Next election, we'll get the both parties. Instead of having a debate that no one cares
Every
about,
party
get them
member
both to go down the slide and then
Whoever
we vote.
entertains us the most.
Yeah.
That's great. The big freeze.
We'll get-
Politics edition.
We'll get a world leader. We'll get all the prime ministers and that from all around the country to go down.
Trumpy.
Just get Donald Trump to go
But
down.
can you imagine his toupee falling off once he gets into the
It'd be
water?
like the Chris Judd incident, like his wig would just.
Yeah.
It'd be
that's
so good. And speaking about the game itself, there was a game, believe it or not.
Really?
During the first quarter, the ball went inside Melbourne's 450 for one of the very rare times it happened. And Jeremy Howe took a nice mark, but unfortunately he put his foot flat into Tom McDonald's back.
Yep.
Which umpire said,
A free kick.
that's a good mark, Howe, but it's a free kick to Tom. And
I don't rate that.
no,
I'm
not
sorry. I just think if it, I don't know. Like if he was any higher, it'd be a specky,
Yeah.
right? If you,
Also, so I haven't seen the play.
Yep.
Was it his foot or
it was his
knee?
whole foot.
Nah, fat
It was his
foot.
whole foot. Flat foot.
I feel like foot's a little bit different than if he had his knees on his back.
I don't know. I think knees. Have you got a knee in the back? That hurts.
It hurts.
I'm not saying it doesn't
really
hurt,
hurts.
but yeah.
I think I prefer studs.
You know what? I'll tell you what's funny. I would as well because
Yeah.
studs are a lot less painful than a knee in the back.
You have
because
you have a quick sting and that's it. With the
bang.
And with a knee, you get absolutely corked and you'll be
Bang.
feeling that for days.
It's just I don't know. Like I think if he was any higher off the ground, it would have been a specky, right? And you've seen
But it wasn't.
lots. Correct, right? But
So,
like,
free kick.
but you can.
He broke the rules.
It's still him off the ground, him taking a mark in the air. But if he was any higher off the ground, they would have changed the decision. But it's the same category.
All right, I have a question. What
Yep.
if he did the same kicking in the back or whatever, but almost marked it and dropped the ball?
That's a free kick.
Okay.
No, I want to play on.
Oh, I would have said free kick because the rule is that if they go up for a specky, Joe Danaher's a big offender of this. That if they go up for a specky and they miss it, it's in the back,
yeah.
straight in the
no,
back.
Depends.
Yeah.
No, it depends if it depends how they drop it. If the ball goes straight past them, it's a free. But if they juggle it,
Yeah, like
That's what I mean.
look, if they juggled it,
if he juggled the ball, I would say play
it's
on.
play on, right? But if he totally misses it,
Yeah, I would say free
it's
kick.
in the back, free kick.
But I personally believe years ago, I don't think the whole Dale House thing was a bit overreacted. I thought Toby Green was fine. I remember watching
I
it
just
thinking
think
there was no issue.
I think as he went down,
I think
that
'cause
was
it
the big issue.
I think it's because it was Toby Green as well. If it was Gary Ablett, he would have got 3 votes, but Dale House would have got suspended for, putting his face in Gary Ablett's boot.
Yeah.
So, it depends on the player, and that's what caused it. It's going
No.
to become the sliding rule.
I think the prejudice from players is not great. I mean, we saw Tom Buggs, or now retired, but when he was You know when he hooked who was it in the Anzac Day Eve game, and he just straight on punched him in the jaw, and then from that time on, the umpires just had a mass prejudice on him, and were just getting down on every single finicky thing he had, and every little tackle, every little drop, every fumble.
Depends on the player
and
as
it
well.
was bang.
Depends on the player.
100%.
Adds up. Like, nothing's happened to Gaff after he knocked out Brayshaw, so
No,
some players get off, some players don't.
because I mean, look, Gaff literally had like what, second highest, third highest votes in the Brownlow.
Yeah, around that time. Yeah. One quick thing before we go to a song as well. Richmond fans have asked AFL for please explain because apparently they're being spied on and photos are being sent to the AFL.
All I've got to say is welcome to the A-League.
Do
That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Welcome to the A-League.
Maybe if you don't be hooligans, it won't happen. But that's
Ooh,
not here with that.
That's from another time.
And also, you're Melbourne City.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got to find a supporter first to take a photo of
I mean,
them.
I'm the only member, so it's good.
So you must love it, all the cameras in
I
your
get all the
face.
free stuff. I got a free
it was
jersey this
great,
year.
it was great.
I got a boot. I got everything, man. I'm happy
fantastic.
being the only fan.
Personally, I think it's bad. You're taking. It depends what you say. I think. What did the Cousins Porter say? You bald-headed flog.
Yeah, something like that.
That's not too bad.
I've heard a lot worse than the MCC.
Also, but
the
the-
MCC as well. Like
The classy Melbourne supporters.
Correct.
the cheer squad though have some like they are? I know.
They're not great.
I know, but they do have, I guess. They're obliged, they're really representing the club a lot more than any other supporters are. So I do feel like they have to probably watch themselves a little bit more.
I still don't like someone taking a photo of you about your permission and sending it to the AFL.
Yeah.
No, but do we know any more context about this? Like,
No, it's being looked at now.
And there's lots of over-policing at games now.
The Collins supporter being yelled at for cheering too loud.
Yeah, so it was when Jordan De Goey scored that goal off the ground on Monday, celebrating a goal too loudly. Apparently 6 cops swarmed him to have a chat, right, inverted commas chat, about his behaviour. And I'm like, whoa. When we scored a 90th minute winner in the derby, we went nuts. We flipped all the chairs, went nuts. I don't know. It was crazy. It was crazy. Pure pandemonium. No cops. I was just enjoying it. Because everyone realises that I don't think cheering and passion is anything bad.
No, I agree. You got to keep the passion in sport.
Just welcome to the soccer. It's literally the A-League all over again.
If you take the passion out of sport, we become rugby league, and we don't want to become rugby league.
No, we don't.
I'm guessing Thailand did not have any fun during the Women's World Cup this morning.
I don't think so. Subtly.
I think police are still investigating this absolute murder that happened in France. But
Yeah, it was massive.
It was not pretty at all.
It wasn't great.
No.
So Thailand lost 13-0 to the US of A in the World Cup this morning.
Just a lazy 13-zip as well. Nothing too big there. Just cash.
Just a casual 13-0. I don't think. I don't even think they even rocked up.
No. And you know who did rock up? Alexandra Morgan kicked 5 goals.
Yeah, she did. That's
5
massive.
goals. Couldn't get the 6. So, if I was giving her a vote, I'll probably give her 2. I wouldn't give her the 3 if she got 6. Lazy effort.
Yeah.
Do better next time. Seriously.
So who? Alex Morgan scored. Is that her name? Alex Morgan?
Yeah, Morgan,
right. All right. She scored 5. Then Laville scored 2. Horgan scored 1. Muse scored 2. Rapioni scored 1. Pugh and Lloyd all with 2 as well.
Lloyd kicked the goal in the 90.
So 92nd minute, and there was 40 shots to the USA to 2, and shots on target was 20. So they had a 50.
How many did Thailand get on target?
2. So they had 100% conversion rate basically.
See, take that out. Take a positive. Take a W
correct.
out of that.
And then
2 for 2, not too bad.
what else was there? They had 73% possession
Little
to the
wins,
27. They had 10 corners to nothing. They had and then 5 fouls each. So just standard. USA are top of their group, Group F.
Are they?
They've only played 1, but they're on goal difference. So I assume that they're going to get through on first place due to the 13 goal difference.
Yeah, and
Sweden's
Sweden's 2. Yeah. Poor.
Massive.
It's kind of like when you
Colossal.
play FIFA and you're playing on easy mode and you just get bored and just go bang, bang,
Or
bang,
you're just
bang.
playing against your mates who are just horrible. Either one.
I'm usually the horrible mate. So, yeah. I'm never that great. But that's, we're going to talk about and, absolutely lambast Australia for their horrible performance. But
Yeah.
I think Thailand just has us beat there for the worst performance of the round so far. But Australia came red hot favourites. They've got, as we said, one of the best players, if not the best player in the world.
The best player in the world, Sam Kerr.
Sam Kerr.
We went up against France, and I was watching. Italy. Oh my God! Why am I saying France?
So you said you were watching.
No, because that's
I've kept quiet just to chime in there.
I guess you're not coming back anymore.
Nah, I'll stay quiet. No, we played.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about Miranda Kerr.
We played France in the Men's World Cup. That's right.
All right.
And we lost that as well.
Yeah, so we played against Italy. And look, it was looking all right. We got a penalty in the first half. Sam Kerr converted off a saved penalty. So she saved it, and then she just tapped it in. It was one of those, as a keeper, you can't really do much because you go and save it, the ball's coming too hard at you. You can't grab it. She just palmed it away. She palmed it straight to Sam Kerr's foot, back corner. So that was a goal to us. We go up 1-0 in the first half, gone in half-time.
Yeah, you got Australia.
They got one in the second half. They brought it back to 1-1. And then, of course, the 95th minute.
Which, let's all go in our time machine, our DeLorean, our TARDIS. Let's go back to 2006.
This is just...
and
it brings back so many painful
memories. And the Oscar-worthy dive. I don't even know that Italian player's name.
I don't even know. You know what?
Irrelevant. He's done nothing with his life since.
Yeah. Except for win a Champions League
and win an Oscar. So
yeah, correct.
The dive and Totti...
Francesco Totti. He
kicked the goal.
He kicked the goal
in the 95th minute.
His famous celebration was him sucking his thumb like a baby, basically having a dig at us because we're babies for crying and screaming and having a sook about him getting a penalty.
No, that's kind of funny.
Right? It's so painful though because she did the exact same celebration. She scored in the exact same minute against the same team.
She didn't dive though.
13 years on.
She has that. She didn't dive.
But it was a massive keeping error. And I said on Monday, as a keeper, you don't follow the ball. You stick to your posts. You guard your near post because as soon as you're out of play, defenders have literally got to play keeper. Yeah. And they've only got to defend with their foot because if they do handball, straight red card, you're off. See you later. So you don't do it. It went in between her left leg, right leg, and right arm, straight in between her. Goal. Not happy. And it was quite funny because I was watching it and I had my mates on my phone. I'm like, I'm calling this as a goal. I just said it's a goal, 100%. It's a goal.
Sometimes you just know, and unfortunately,
I think I jinxed it, but I don't want to think that. Yeah, I'm not going to disclose where I live because I don't want to. I want to live.
And then later on that same day, Brazil, who were playing next, defeated Jamaica 3-0.
Yep.
Brazil good or Jamaica's just not that good.
I don't think Jamaica's great. let's just be real.
But we're playing them next, and Italy's got Jamaica, and Italy wins. They're through pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Best we can hope for now is probably the knockout stage on ranking. So,
well, I mean, third can actually get in as well.
Yeah, by ranking though. Yeah. So we have to smash Jamaica in the last game.
We've got to demolish them 15-0.
Because I'm tipping Brazil to win. The beat us, and then that's pretty much all she wrote, really.
Who's your tip for the winner?
US.
US? Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything else except US, I think.
I'm going France.
France?
Yep. They, against South Korea in the opening game, they just looked so good. Oh, my God.
They were pretty good.
I don't think you can say that, but based on a 13-0 win, I think it's just saying how bad Thailand are. Okay. I just think it's...
I'm going America because
I think France.
They're number one.
So you're going to go back to back. Win. All right.
So we're both America, France.
Yep, fair call. And then upcoming games we've got Nigeria, South Korea. Tomorrow Germany, Spain, France, Norway, and then on Friday at 2 a.m. we've got Australia take on Brazil, and then the same morning South Africa and China.
Oh, that's going to be absolute clash of the Titans there.
Oh mate, game of the year.
Good news for Western Australians, bad news for everyone else. Mitch Marsh is on his way to England to replace injured Marcus Stoinis. The big unit himself.
The big boy.
Why? I know why he's in because he's an all-rounder, but I'm not from Western Australia, so I don't rate him.
I rate him. I don't want him.
I know to them he's the second coming of Jesus, but that's a whole different thing.
His neck's like a giraffe.
You can't say anything about the Marsh Brothers about Western Australians jumping on your back.
No.
Which sucks. There's like 5 of them over there.
If you start talking smack about the Marsh Brothers in Western Australia, you won't come back.
Oh, it's a deadly thing. It's a
I'm being serious. You won't come back. So he's replaced Stoinis.
The big unit.
Which, look, we were chatting on Monday whether he should be sent home or replaced in the because he did he did only score like 2 runs in the.
Oh yeah, he's been pretty
So
poor.
has he been dropped from the team?
Well, no, he hasn't been dropped, but like it was kind of like it was either him getting dropped, but this injury's kind of masked it. So he's kind of like saying, "Hey, I didn't get dropped, I got injured."
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. You know what I mean? Like, joke's on you. So I think Marshall will be a bit of a
hopefully
a lift up for the boys because our loss to India wasn't great. We did go down by 36 runs, but we got Pakistan up tomorrow, which is a big up because Pakistan are very vulnerable. They did lose to West Indies within the hour, which is quite funny. So what happened was they actually got all out for like 135.
No, less than that.
Was it 100? We really?
I'm pretty sure it was in the teens.
Yeah, so it was less than 150, right? 130, and within 20 overs. They did it within like 13 overs.
And
so
West
they
Indies got
absolutely
screwed.
belted them, and the game only went for an hour.
And Australia really should have lost to West Indies as well. That was a bit of a screwy ending to that game, but
yeah,
we take a win when we get it.
Of course. I mean, look, I think we're going to win it. I'm going to be honest. I think India or England's going to win it. We're not going to win it, but look, if we can keep going, I'll be more than happy to put egg on my face if we win.
The only thing I'll say about Mitch Marsh, he's good at coming in probably 6th when we need someone to hit a quick 30, quick 40 runs to help us out a bit more. And the last thing I want to talk about as well was the last 2 days have been washed out because, surprise everyone, it's raining in England.
No way.
Who would have thought?
Say what? Hang on. There's rain in England.
I know.
Breaking news. Breaking news. There's rain in England.
Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it, really?
Yeah, exactly. Rain in England.
Why would you put a
What an
cricket
absurd
tournament?
thought.
When you're looking to a place to do a cricket tournament, maybe a place like England where it's known to rain all the time, all day, every day, maybe not the best idea.
But also, England's a great... England cricket is big in England.
It is.
Yes,
England are big supporters
so
of
is
the
rain.
sport.
Yeah, so is rain.
I don't think you can not have it in England.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh,
Look,
Weather's out of their control.
No.
I'm sure they'd
I do
say
agree.
why. I'm sure the England supporters would say, "Why are you having cricket in Australia?
Yeah.
It's too hot
too
to be
hot.
outside."
I mean,
When it
13
comes-
degrees is an appropriate temperature for cricket.
when it comes to World Cup, England only knows one saying, and it's coming home.
Yeah, it's
So,
coming home.
It's coming home. That was
look,
lovely.
I mean, the last time it was in England, it was 20 years ago, where Australia did beat England at Lord's. Man, that's a sweet victory. That was the year I was born, so I don't even remember any of it. But look, it was a great one. So look, 20 years on, nothing's changed. Still rain. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Australia does against Pakistan. Hopefully Mitch Marsh plays. If he doesn't, well then Western Australians are going to come knocking on England's door.
So, first of all, grand final. Who do we think will be in the grand final?
Well, Geelong.
Oh, okay.
Geelong, and who's Geelong versing? That's the question.
I think.
I'll go mine. I'll go mine first.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Geelong Collingwood. I think that's a pretty simple prediction. Yes, Collingwood's the second best team at the moment, which is pretty much more of an insult to everyone else than a compliment to anyone, because Collingwood aren't going that well.
Yeah.
I thought GWS and West Coast blew their opportunity on the weekend to become probably the second best team with their losses.
There's still time.
Time.
I'm voting Geelong GWS
Geelong
grand
GWS?
final.
Okay.
I know you said before the show that you're not rating Geelong.
No.
Which personally is something I'm happy with because the last thing I want to see is Geelong in the
I'm
grand
just going to
final.
be a bit different here because I feel like, as a radio show, you do need a bit of a, different opinion. I'm going Brisbane.
Oh, get off
No,
it.
you're not.
And the
Get
Dogs.
off it.
No.
Get off it.
Look, I reckon Collingwood's going to get in. And I think...
You can't not say Geelong.
I want to say Geelong, right? That's like my default.
Yeah.
But if it's anyone else, because Collingwood's going to be my opposition.
Okay.
But if it's going to be anyone else but Geelong, it's going to be the Giants.
Okay.
Personally, I just want Geelong to stay anywhere away from a grand final.
Why?
They're my least favourite team.
Why?
Oh.
I don't like Ablett. I can't stand Dangerfield. As a person, he's a good player. I can't stand him as a person.
Oh, he's an angel.
Have you seen his fishing show? It's great.
Yeah.
I love his
Sorry,
fishing
I can't
show.
get past his massive head. He's got the biggest head in the AFL. Oh, absolutely.
All right, so
that
who
ego in him.
do you think's going to win then?
I think Collingwood will win the grand final.
I think Collingwood's going to win the
I
grand
think
final.
you're both biased for your hatred of Geelong.
I'm
Geelong are going
Essendon.
to
I
win.
hate Collingwood.
No, I just don't think Geelong, and you've said it yourself numerous times, you don't think Geelong can do it in the final series.
Oh, but they've proved me wrong.
Oh,
They
the
have
lid's off. The lid is off.
the bias is coming out.
The
in
can
me.
of worms has been opened.
I just think Collingwood on their best day is the best team in the comp.
Yep. I agree.
Really?
I've said this ever since last season, and they're the exact same.
But Geelong has played better footy,
Consistent.
more consistent.
Consistent.
But if on the grand final, I think Collingwood at their best can beat anyone.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think at their best, Geelong's probably third. I think GWS at their best is also better.
I don't think Geelong are playing bad, but for some
Oh,
reason, I
they
just feel like
surely-
they've fluked their way
They
to
surely
the top.
took the piss on the weekend. They didn't score a goal in the first quarter, then scoring
poor
96
Tigers.
points in the two
I
quarters.
know.
Absolutely taking it there.
What about Brownlow?
Brownlow, I've got, I want Patrick Cripps.
Okay.
Also want Brody Grundy, but they're both not going to win, so I'll probably go Kelly or Dangerfield.
Yeah, my Geelong bias is coming out again.
Kelly.
I've got my eye on Kelly. Kelly's a
Tim
big
Kelly.
favourite.
Yeah, he's a
Tim
lead.
Kelly.
He's leading the Brownlow predictor on there.
He's a pretty new player as well. I think it would just be really nice to have someone who's like not that experienced in professional AFL to win the Brownlow.
I want to say Paddy Cripps. So
because he's
bad.
an absolute jet. He
carries them.
he
And when
defeated Brisbane single-handedly.
When you think about it, it's not a medal that is given to like the first place team player. It's whoever's like the BOG
I don't
of the
like
game.
It, yeah, I don't like when top teams win Brownlows.
That's
It's
why
odd.
when Essendon didn't even make the finals, right? They finished like 9th or 10th, and Joe Watson won the Brownlow.
No, Joe Watson never won a Brownlow.
Joe Watson won.
No.
He got
What
stripped
year
of it.
did
That's
he win?
right. 2012.
No, Cotchins and Mitchell won that year. Sorry.
You shouldn't have
Please
answered.
please read a history book. Coleman, either Tomahawk or German Cameron.
I'm gonna say,
Or Big Brenny Brown.
who was gonna kick the big?
Tomahawk's on fire.
Yeah, Tomahawk.
Big Tomahawk.
Guess who I'm going to say?
Oh,
Tomahawk.
big Tomahawk.
Tomahawk.
We'll go no buzzing star. I think Connor Rosie will win. From
I think
Parload.
Noah Bolter's going to win.
No, Bolter.
I just go to school with him. That's why.
Fair enough. Good. No biased.
I don't actually...
What Geelong player got nominated? I know which one did.
Who's up for... I haven't
Myers.
been following this one.
Myers,
He
yeah.
actually has been pretty good.
Now, Graham Myers, I watched him in the TSA Cup final against Sandy Dragons back in 2017.
Okay.
Man, that kid's good.
Yeah.
He is a bit of a jet.
Back then, he was literally the whole team.
Wow.
He was everywhere, forward line, back line, and we were sitting right next to the bench, and they were losing. And the coach was like, "Just do whatever you want. I don't care. We know you're good. Just do it."
Chris
Wow.
Scott,
And he single-handedly won it. He's so good.
Chris Scott, I think, has changed the game of coaching with letting players like Myers spend a year in the VFL.
100%.
I think that's going to be the
I think
new
that's
way.
good though.
Yeah.
That they spend a year in the VFL developing their craft, like Irving Mosqueda from the Bombers. He was listed as the against Carlton, didn't play, played in the VFL. I think you need to
he's gonna be
build up
scary
that
good when he
confidence.
comes in, yeah.
He needs confidence because as a young player, well, as soon as you hit the big leagues
It's a
and you
completely different
flop,
ballgame.
man,
Yeah.
your confidence just
And
rockets.
I think it is noticeable with the new Geelong players. Like, they come in playing like they've
Yeah.
been part of the team
Yeah.
in previous seasons.
Because they've got a good development squad and they know what they're
Amazing.
doing.
And not everyone can be a Sam Welsh and just be an absolute natural
No.
of the game.
No.
Quickly surprise all Australian. I've got who did I have? I knew someone. I had Henderson from Hawthorn or Cunningham from North as my surprise all Australian.
I don't know. It's too early. It's
early.
too early. Tim Kelly's going to make it.
Oh yeah,
So he's a surprise. He's never been in it though.
that's true.
Yeah, I'll put him down as my vote.
Yep.
So do you want to win a Brown and be a surprise all Australian?
Surprise.
And last one before we go, I'll run through a few players. Tell me if they're going to leave or stay.
Yep.
Canelio,
Leave.
where?
Somewhere in Melbourne.
I
No.
think he might stay.
Must stay.
Okay.
Tim Kelly.
Stay.
Leave.
Why?
Because
Where?
he
He's
requested
going
a
to go
trade
home.
last year.
He's going to go home.
Oh, he does really
Yeah,
want
gonna
he's,
go
he's
home.
definitely off the West Coast.
You know what's funny? I think it's amazing that he's playing his best footy in the year that he wants to leave.
Yeah.
Because he's proving to those two West teams.
They should
One.
take
Who
him.
wants him?
There is one West team. Freo had no chance. He said that last year after
The
he didn't get
Coasters.
to go home.
The Coasters.
That's kind of what stopped because he said his
Yep.
manager said he's only going the West Coast,
Yep.
which gave Geelong all the bargaining power.
Yep.
Oh, I think Canelio is going to leave. Jack Martin from Gold Coast.
Stay.
Stay. I think he's off.
I think he's going
And
to stay.
Ed Langdon from Freo is probably on his way to
On his
Melbourne.
way.
Probably to play with his brother at Collingwood.
Yep.
That's all the time for. Thank you.
Is
for
that all we
filling in.
got?
Yeah, that's all we have.
Thank you.
I still think this should be a 2-hour show. Something we should try.
Yeah, Monty, fix that, please. 2-hour show.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been saying it for a while.
Sports Desk will be back Friday at 9 a.m.
Yes.
I'll be on that as well.
Yay.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you all for tuning in.